My name is Richard Mwangi. I'm a consultant audiologist at Doctors of Hearing. I've fitted Edge AI 24 channels. It's an amazing product comparing to what I've done for the last 20 years. I've been practicing audiology for the last 20 years, and the way technology is moving, and especially the new Edge AI, we are happy to be able to be fitting it. Seamless, the patient response is good, and we are happy to continue serving them with this product. See, the Edge AI is coming up with health features, and for people who like exercising, it has got more than what you need for exercises. It will do your steps, it will do your walking, it will do your stand, more of health features. And that's why we are saying the Edge AI is not just a hearing aid, it's a wearable that you have to get as an individual. It doesn't matter the severity of the hearing problem that you have, from mild to severe. You can get some of these hearing aids that can fit you and get you the benefits. Of the products that are fitted, Edge AI seems to be a seamless product when you're doing the fitting. The connectivity is well enhanced and you don't struggle. For audiologists and hearing specialists who are doing the fitting of the hearing aids, Edge AI should be the product of your choice. From the time that Edge AI was introduced here in Kenya, we've done several fittings and we have transitioned. Patients who have used other brands of hearing aid and they are liking the new product. One, because of the clarity of the sound, especially now that we don't talk about the loudness of the hearing aid, we talk about the clarity of the hearing aid. And Edge AI seems to be giving this one to the patients and they're enjoying the listening and listening to themselves. So which makes a product of choice for even for the patient when they're using it.
I would highly recommend Edge AI to fellow hearing care professionals, especially with the addition of the new balance assessment tool. Edge AI is more than a hearing aid. It's a smart hearing solution for better hearing and better living.
My fitting experience with the Edge AI was seamless. First, when you're talking about using the ProFit programming, which has made the work so easy. And especially as a professional, you want something that you can interact with and you can be able to know where and which button to press so that your experience can be easy and can reduce the time that you take to fit a hearing aid. Of course, even if you have the best instrument without knowing how well to fit and program the hearing aid, it is useless. So this Edge AI hearing aid with a ProFit, this seamless interaction between the hearing aid and programming.
Welcome to the Edge of Hearing Innovation.
Seamless interaction between the hearing aid and programming.
Welcome to the Edge of Hearing Innovation.
Absolutely, good people from wherever you are joining us. Welcome to the Age of Hearing Innovation. So these are just some of the clients, some of our good people that have had an experience fitting our newly launched Edge AI in Africa. We would love that all of your clients can get to join this bandwagon of people who are talking of how amazing, how sensational Edge AI is to fitting. My name is Dennis Evans Tunya, and I am the head of education and training in Starkey in Africa. You loved Genesis AI, and you are just about to get yourself wowed with Edge AI. So ladies and gentlemen, today we get to have a great and awesome, exciting sort of exchange to be able to interact about the great features that come with Edge AI. So we have lined up a great panel of people who have sort of influenced the audiology market to be able to give insights on the beauty of Edge AI. To begin with, you loved Genesis and the deep neural network in 2023 when it was launched. And with all the great things, the battery life, the features, the sensational speech in noise reduction, the comfort that came with Genesis AI was only made but better with Edge AI. So you loved the selection that we had with the custom Genesis hearing aids. We also introduced standard hearing aids. We did away with BTEs and BTE 13s, battery-driven BTEs and BTE rechargeables and the BTE Power Pluses with Genesis AI hearing aids, and we introduced just customs and standard micro rigs and receiver in the canals. So we only did better with the introduction of Edge AI, where we now did away with the micro rig, the battery-driven micro rigs, we only have the rechargeable micro receiver in the canals, the receiver in the canals with telecoil. We call it the RIC RT. And then we also have the RIC 312 in Edge AI. And then for custom hearing aids, we have the invisible in the canals. We did away with the non-wireless designs of custom hearing aids. So all Edge AI hearing aids are wireless. So this experience, the fitting of wireless hearing aids, is what we are going to enable you to enhance even as you get your clients to enjoy the new technology that is Edge AI. So with Edge AI as well, we have introduced the compatibility of our My Starkey app with the Apple smartwatches. This is a groundbreaking technology that is only available with Starkey Hearing Technologies with our Edge AI hearing aids. And of course, we have also made better the streaming experience for clients to be able to enjoy that little box. We call it the TV streamer. It used to be slightly bigger, but now we have reduced it by around 60% to make it easily portable. And of course, with it, we have introduced the Bluetooth Low Energy, and we've also introduced Auracast compatibility. So that means if you are in a situation where perhaps your client is a school of deaf children or hard of hearing children, and then you have fitted all of them with Starkey hearing aids, Starkey Edge hearing aids, you can be able to give that school or the teacher an Auracast so that you can be able to transmit information into the students in a classroom all at a go. So this Auracast technology has been enabled with the Bluetooth Low Energy protocol, which has been introduced in the Edge AI hearing aids. We have also introduced the remote microphone. The little remote microphone makes it even easier to stream information. For instance, the same analogy of student in a class. The teacher can just be able to plug in their little remote microphone into the lapel, and as they speak, it streams into a student's hearing aid, wherever they could be sitting within a classroom. So all these and great more experiences are aligned for you with the Edge AI. So ladies and gentlemen, just like I have mentioned, with the Genesis AI, we brought the ergonomic design, that smooth, comfortable designing that came with our hearing aids. And this has been enhanced even with the Edge AI. Whatever was great with Genesis AI has only been made better with Edge AI. We still proudly talk of our IP68 Plus. IP simply means ingress protection, simply means that our hearing aids are both waterproof, dustproof. They have been tested through humidity, in salty mist, rainwater, just about every difficult and challenging environment. That means your clients from any part of the world can be able to enjoy a listening experience using the now advanced Edge AI. Just like I have mentioned, our hearing aids go through a whole lot of an ordeal, the extreme situations, just to make sure that they withstand all manner of environment, all manner of forces that nature can be able to give to them. We are talking about icy areas. We are talking about humid areas. We are talking about water falling on them. Our hearing aids can still be able to stream, even with immersion inside water, accidental inside water. So this is just to be able to enhance and sort of just get you to understand that whatever we are dealing with is absolutely premium. We cannot fail to mention, good people, Starkey Hearing Technologies still has the longest serving battery life. A hearing aid that, despite at least 4 hours of streaming on a single charge lasting between 3.5 hours to 4 hours. That is the time you get to charge the hearing aid. The hearing aid can last up to 51 hours. This can only be found with Starkey hearing aids. And this is available for both Genesis hearing aids and Edge AI hearing aids. That is for the RIC receiver, the RIC rechargeable hearing aids. Of course, that has telecoil. So we call it the RIC RT because it has telecoil. It's a RIC rechargeable that has telecoil. So that is why we call it a RIC RT. It can last with up to 51 hours. Evidently, this is the longest battery life in the industry as it is right now. For custom hearing aids, the ones that probably use batteries at battery size 312 at CIC, that's completely in the canal. A patient or your client can comfortably use a single cell for up to 7 days. That's a whole week. And this, of course, involves and includes streaming. So we have given you options for both battery-driven and rechargeable hearing aids. Just about everything that your client could need, Starkey Hearing Technologies provides. So ladies and gentlemen, with Edge AI, we have introduced speech clarity. We have sort of being able, with the help of artificial intelligence, to be able that we have enabled the hearing aid to be able to classify the multiple talker bubbles. Multiple talker bubbles are like when you're at a restaurant, perhaps someone with hearing loss, and then there are people having conversations at the back of where they could be seated. The hearing aid, with the help of AI, could be able to classify those murmurs and rumors at the back of their where they are seated as noise, so that it now sort of reduces it automatically, seamlessly and effortlessly, without even the client having to put an effort. So this enables the hearing aids to give even clearer and better, purer signal, especially in such difficult listening environments like places with speech and background noises. So we have introduced additional 6 decibels reduction in low-level noises. Low-level noises are perhaps things like circuit noises. You know, most of the time you realize if you have been fitting, after fitting a client, they will be like, I hear a lot of shh, that's noise, the circuit noise at the background. So we have been able to make our hearing aids more comfortable by reducing the background noise with up to 6 decibels. And of course, with this and the efforts made in purifying the sound, it has made better speech reception in noisy areas by increasing the up to 13 decibels signal to noise ratio, just to be able to make sure that your client can be able to listen and listen with ease. So, in the beginning, I got to mention that Starkey Hearing Aids, the first of its kind, the Edge AI, and with the help of My Starkey app, is compatible with the Apple Watch. So, research is underway. Of course, Starkey always invests and keeps investing in brain and resources to be able to make sure that now in the next future, hopefully, we will be able to extend this to even Android phones as the needs arises. We are constantly listening to our clients, and in that so doing, and because of the researches that we do, research has it, and this is common knowledge to all audiologists, that hearing loss and balance are closely linked. A study from Johns Hopkins University says that persons with, especially the geriatrics, the elder people who have mild loss of anything around 40 dB are 3 times more prone to dangers of fall. And as you would know, one of the main reasons and one of the main causes of hearing loss is aging, talking about presbycusis. So we have introduced with Edge AI a self-guided balance assessment tool, just to be able to make sure that our clients can be able to assess themselves even from home using the app. We have embedded sort of sensors into our hearing aids to be able to enable this, so that the sensors can now communicate with the app, and as the instructions are given to the client, they can be able to follow those instructions. And then as the instructions are given, the instructions are written, and then the instructions are also audible. They can be able to hear. So for instance, it will be like, please stand up, please sit, please stand. And as you do that, the hearing aid, with the help of sensors, is able to pick up those normative figures to be able to give a good outcome, to be able to let the client know that you could have a problem with your balance, and thus it's good that you can be able to seek additional sort of help from a professional. So with all this, ladies and gentlemen, I am super delighted to welcome you to a new age of Edge AI. And we are going to have even more and more conversations. We have our good friends joining us just at the tail end of this little video. Splendid. Thank you, good people, for keeping right here. So, without further ado, I am super delighted to welcome another of a giants. They say iron sharpens iron. Gentleman is an or, actually two gentlemen, are great people, great contributors in the audiology industry, especially in Starkey. So to begin with, we have one Dr. Joe Garcia. Hey, Doc, are you there? Dr. Joe Garcia.
Hey Dennis, how are you? Good morning.
There
I'd
you
say good morning because
go. There you go.
it's 8:23 in the morning here in Mexico City. How are you doing?
Great, man. How is it over there?
It's going great. I love hearing about the technology over and over again because it's just so amazing.
I know how passionate you are about technology, man, and Stark is just doing the right thing at every step. So, Dr. Joe, I know technology, artificial intelligence has played a great role, and we have also have had the processes, these awesome processes that we had that were introduced with Genesis, and now we have them introduced with Edge AI that I know you are really passionate about, and I can't wait to hear all you have to say about the new processes that is making our age at the very age of everything else in the hearing industry today. Please welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. I was really happy with the changes from, that our technology has been going through during the last few years. It's been pretty amazing. I think that one of the things that has made it better is the fact that we've made things a lot faster. And the fact that we have the G2 processor with the neural processing unit right on our chip makes things so much better. If we think about, the need for having information as fast as possible so that our brain can do the things that it can do quickly, we need the technology around us to do it just as fast. So I always, I have two professions. My first one is electronic engineer, and the second one is a doctorate in audiology. And I think that they merge very well together because I totally understand, where we're going with all of our technology. I remember, back in the day when computers were a lot slower, and you would have to wait for information, uh, for the computer to spit out some information that you needed, and sometimes that wait would be a long time. As time has gone by, wait times have really been reduced, and it's because there are direct tracks of roads inside the computer so that information can go from point A to point B as fast as possible. So within our hearing aids, it's the same thing. When we have like deep neural networks, which we're going to talk about, it's important that that we understand that when information, which is speech, goes into the hearing aid, and is filtered through noise, all the noise that comes with this audible signal, we need to extract the speech from the noise, reduce the noise, and the way that we do that is through our deep neural networks. But how fast we do it is really important because we don't want there to be a slight delay. A delay might cause issues as far as understanding the speech and noise. A slight delay might cause central processing order issues as well. And so if we look at this screen right now, we can see, how sound travels from the microphone all the way through the receiver. And there's incoming sound. It goes through the sound sensor. There's a conversion from analog to digital because, everything that we hear, everything that we sense through our senses is analog. So now we got to have it be understood by a computer. So it gets converted into a digital signal. Then it gets processed and then it goes through our DNN. And the nice thing about it is that it's not a separate step because the DNN processor is right on our chip. We can do that straight away. There is no lag. There is no time difference. Everything gets processed right away. With our competitors, they have to go through a different section. They need to take a bypass road, or they need to take another road to get to their deep neural network, and then they come back to the main road. So what we do is we've put that right on the main road so that once it goes through our circuit and it converts over from digital to analog, because we're not robots and we don't understand digital, it's all in a very, very fast process. So what's the advantage to our patient? The advantage to our patient is that they get very precise information, speech information from in a noisy environment. And that's why Edge AI is such a powerful, very, very powerful product, technology, because we have this very straightforward process. There is no time lag. There is no workaround. It's straight through. And as our brain needs precision, we give precision to our brain through our technology.
Great, Doc. It's amazing that you would use the analogy of traffic. We have, and you have very well compared us to our competition. That despite all this activity, despite all this technology, we still are able to manage to hold the sort of the crust for having the longest serving battery life. It's sensational. And then, just like you have said, everything, the deep neural network and the entire processing from the input all the way to the output happens consecutively, and there is no delay. It's like perhaps we have opened a highway and opened two ways within which now traffic can be able to easily flow without any delay of time. So I am super excited about what we bring on the table in regards to DNN with our Edge AI. So thanks again, Dr. Joe. And again, always a pleasure to have you. With us again, we have another sensational gentleman from the United Arab Emirates. We have a gentleman with a sort of a name you don't want to rush into mentioning. It's called Moyed Zabloom. Hey, Mr. Moyed.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Hey, man. There you
Thanks for
are.
having me, man.
So happy to have you. So thank you, man. You're such fresh energy into this conversation. So Mr. Moyed is a sales manager in United Arab Emirates. So Mr. Moyed has a bit of a history. He used to be a trainer, head of training in that region. So he's quite sort of invested, quite a resource with information regarding where Starkey has been and where we are heading and we are at. And he has quite a lot to say. And so I'll just let him do it. Welcome, Mr. Moyed.
Well, thanks again for having me, and I really love this conversation because it shows how can we like help the patients live a better life, and it's good for the professionals here to understand how the technology works. And thanks for Dr. Joe. He started with the technical of the benefits. Actually, this is how I call it. But I really want to show everybody how did we get to Edge AI. It's through a lot of hard work, a lot of data, a lot of development that we have. Starkey is a very innovative company, and we have a lot of firsts in our industry. So we introduced the Livio AI. Actually, it was introduced in Kenya in 2019. It was the first hearing aid that uses the artificial intelligence inside of the hearing aid. So that means we started way before in the AI industry, and we kept developing, we kept teaching our AI model how to distinguish the speech from noise to get to the level that our now with the DNN, with the 2025, the DNN can be applicable on the speech and noise program, and it runs all the time, and it can help the patient to distinguish the noise from the speech, so we can get an effortless hearing and effortless listening. I love that we started talking about effortless and evolve, but I keep telling people that we still have the effortless, but we keep making it more effortless with our new technology. So our DNN is a result of a lot of studies, a lot of development on our AI model, and now we got to the level of edge AI. Now, with the new development on the technical part, on a lot of teaching for our AI model, for our devices to distinguish the noise speech from the noise and help the patient to understand the speech right on the spot without any delay, without any traffic. And now with that, now our patient can really enjoy a lot of features. And the best feature that I like to highlight is the Edge Mode Plus, actually. And because we can get with the patient up to 13 dB signal to noise ratio using the Edge Mode Plus. Now, 13 dB is not a simple number. You're talking about a device similar to a remote microphone, actually. And I have a personal experience with some of our patients. I have a patient in Egypt, actually. And we had that experience in the streets of Cairo. If anybody's familiar with Cairo, it's a very, very noisy place, very noisy city. So this patient is a severe to profound hearing loss. And he was part of our campaign in the Middle East and North Africa. We had a campaign that we fit patients with Edge AI using RIC devices and with a power receiver, ultra power receiver, and we turned them from BTE to RIC using the new technology. So we went down to the streets because I'm one of the people that I really like to test our technology before we introduce it to everybody else. So we were in the streets of Cairo. He engaged with the Edge Mode. We were asking him questions. He was responding. We couldn't hear his response because he was hearing better than us, actually, using this technology. So I really like to highlight it because it was amazing for me, because I couldn't hear the guy and he was communicating like easy. So yeah, with the Edge Mode Plus, with the Power RIC, with all the technology, the patients can enjoy a 51 battery life, 51 hour. And that's another point I really like to highlight, because everybody think it's a logic that if you have a lot of technology, then the battery consumption will be more, then you're not going to have a better life. I'm not an engineer, Dr. Joe, you know more than I do, but we don't have this issue with our hearing devices. So, and patients can enjoy up to 2 days with a single charge. If you look at our competitors, when they try to use the DNN, their hearing device go up to 16 hours.
Right.
So that's a crucial point.
Isn't there, and you had pointed out something important. There's another company that has like a newer technology where if they activate that newer technology, it's
exactly goes up to 3 hours.
3 hours. Who's going to use hearing aids for 3 hours? Come on.
See exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. So I can talk for 3 days about the Edge AI and how our patients are benefiting from this technology, actually.
I better go get some food then for 3 days.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is about this technology is it's not a complicated technology. It's a complex technology that my grandma can use. That's the cool thing about it. It's just as simple as double tap and you can hear everything. And you have the application and you can control it by voice command. So the technology is very simple now. Any patient can use it.
I'm super excited the fact that it's even been made the controls can now be even be done through a watch. You know, you have your Apple Watch, you can be able to add volume, reduce volume, sort of be able to track your hearing aids should they get lost. Just it gets better. It can only get better from here. Yeah, Dr. Joe, you had something to say?
Yeah, and if you think about all that technology that Moayed is talking about, I mean, it's a huge advantage for our patients because they've been how long have they been living with hearing loss? It's been a while,
Yeah.
and it's their brain has been affected, you know, and we've talked about it in the past how it affects your cognitive decline and memory
Yeah.
issues and all these things.
Yeah.
So when you give a patient back these with these tools that we have in Edge AI and all the wonderful things that Moayed has been talking about, you know, they feel a lot better. I've had patients, this is my clinic here, and I have had patients sit right there just crying their eyes out because they just feel so bad because they don't have precision in hearing anymore. They don't have the ability to just have a conversation, and it is wrecking their soul, literally, because they are just so sad, right? And it's not been sadness for a month, or it hasn't been 6 months. It's been years of 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of just being alone. And nobody likes to be alone. Human beings are meant to have conversation and talk about ideas and have
Yeah.
opinions and have emotions and all these things, right? That's the way our brain works. So when we don't have that, we break down. We break down, and we see that over and over again with our patients that don't have these abilities. So giving these patients back with these, you know, these abilities with the tools that we can offer them is so important. And every single person that I see here, from Dr. Musa and Dr. Lubutz, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up all these names.
Lubutsi.
We have Andrew, and we have Anas, and we have Ahmed and Esther.
Yeah.
All of you are so important to the patient because whatever you offer them is going to affect their life. It's not just about it's not about a sale. It's not about just, oh, what's the cheapest hearing aid or how can I make the most money? It's about doing right for the patient because this patient has been affected for such a long time. You have the power within, you know, a pair of wonderful hearing aids like Edge AI and your abilities as a hearing instrument specialist or as an audiologist or as an ENT doctor to make sure that this patient has a better life.
Great, man. Thank you so much. It's amazing that you would say, you know, naturally human beings are social animals. We are, what can we be without being able to socialize in our families, in our works, in our work groups, just about everywhere. And of course, I know each and every of these great people joining us today have a story to tell. When they fitted a hearing aid at one particular time and they had that light bulb moment, you know, a client could be able to just break down and be able to just imagine that this manner of life existed behind the life that they were used to. So this and more are more the experiences that we want to be able to make a normal situation, normal occurrence in each and everybody's clinic. So Dr. Joe and Moyed, we know very well that tinnitus is a menace, especially when it comes to hearing loss. And of course, we did put to consideration that very aspect when we were coming up with Age AI. So just to shed light, how excited are you, man, about the fact that we have more stimuli, more particular sort of rehabilitation to be able to give ease to people who are struggling with tinnitus? And I am super excited, super elated myself by the fact that every Ovstarky hearing aid has tinnitus masking, has tinnitus technology, just to be able to give patients that manner of ease that they so desire. So to imagine that with Age AI, it has even been made better. What is your feeling, Dr. Joe?
Well, I think that having more tools just gives us more flexibility, right? It gives us the power to choose what's right for each and every single patient, which is what we do every single day. We have every single patient is different. Every single patient is going to has a different experience, has a different need, whether it's hearing, whether it's a tinnitus. And I love the fact that Starkey is always looking to give us more tools as hearing specialists so that we can consider what we're going to use for each patient. Are we going to use it all? No, we're not going to use it all, but it gives us tools. So, it's sort of like any other job. Well, a surgeon, for example, who has just 2 tools on the tray, and he needs to do cardiac surgery. Well, he's going to have a tough time. But if he has all the tools that he needs, is he going to use them all? Probably not. But he's going to have flexibility in order to do his work right. Same thing for us. If we have a patient with hearing loss that has discrimination issues, or has tinnitus, or has difficulty hearing a noise, which is most of our patients, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then we start to have these tools, and going back to tinnitus, having all these, pink and red and all these different types of sound therapy gives us that flexibility. With tinnitus, it's important to understand that, as if we're not specialists in tinnitus, we need to make sure that we are understanding what the tinnitus is about, because it's not just, oh, I have this ringing in my ear. What is the base of that ringing? Is it a schwannoma? Is it a cardiac
Pressure.
issue? Is it cervical? Is it the jaw? Is it, exposure for noise? Is it medication? What is the cause? It's not just, covering up with another noise. So there's a lot of work to do beforehand. But once we do that work and we figure it out, then we have those other tools that we can use. What do you think, Moayed?
Well, I'm a tinnitus patient myself.
Are you?
So I was really excited about that. So as you said, we have a flexibility of tools, and I always say the patients don't know what they don't know. So it's your job as a radiologist, as a hearing care provider, to know all the tools that you can have to help the patient to live a better life. So having this flexibility, actually, it's only for the sake of the patient to have all the options that they need to get a better life. So tinnitus, as one who suffers from it, and it's not an easy thing to live with, but now I've been using my hearing aids actually for the past 6 years, with the right sound therapy. Now it's amazing. Now, when we got to the Edge AI, actually, I really was I was really happy about the new things that we have, the new options that we have, and now we can help our patients more and more. Talking about the flexibility that we have in our Profit software, actually, we have a new thing that I really like, I'm excited about, and you're gonna like it when you use it, which is the demo mode for the streaming. Guys, we used to have the Stream Boost memory, and we didn't have it in the Genesis. Now we have a similar program, and now you can test it during the fitting for the patients with the Edge AI. And that's something. Some people think, that's not so important. No, it's really important for the patient, because they really like to have a good streaming. And I had a discussion with Dennis. Now he's using his ITC rechargeable for streaming because he likes to have music. And I'm using my hearing devices for tinnitus, but I do stream. And this is a very important issue, especially now for our, let's say, social life, our way of work, a lot of remote meeting. Right now we're in meeting. We need the streaming it's a pretty important thing for us. So yeah, the new flexibilities that we have in the Profit software, the new flexibility what we have in the application with the Apple Watch, I like that. Patients are going to be happy. I'm really glad that we have a good number of audiologists. You are interested in learning more. You're interested in like getting more tools to help your patients live a better life. And I'm really grateful for that, guys.
Yeah,
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to interact with us through our sort of our chat boxes. I'm sure you probably have a feature that has wowed you. Should you require do you have any questions, please just drop it in there. We'll be able to tackle it. All of our engagements are very personal. So should you have concerns, you have training desires, training needs, we'll just put something there. We'll be able to reach out to you and then have that one-on-one, that very specific sort of engagement to be able to make sure that you are well equipped for the better of the parents. At Starkey, we say the patient is at the core of everything that we do. That means every patient is unique. And as they come to you with their uniqueness, we are able to equip you with anything regarding Starkey and Starkey technology and the products and the features to be able to make sure that you can be able to attend to them and attend to them adequately. What's good for the patient is best for you and even better for us at Starkey. So, Moya, just back to you again. You are the head of sales in United Arab Emirates, and of course, Age AI has been rippling waves. I was just watching a couple of reviews on YouTube, and I noticed Age AI has been named the best hearing aid of 2025. And of course, we go for the jugular, so we want to have that practical comparison. So, Moya, over to you.
So guys, technology it's not something that we only have. Everybody have their own technology. Every hearing device is good. But if you are worried about the competition, then you shouldn't be worried about the competition actually, because our competitors have really good hearing aids, but our hearing aids are much better than theirs. Because any aspect you can look at, if you're comparing yourself to, let's say, our biggest competitor, phonic hearing devices, they have the DNN, they have really good sound quality. But if you look at the comparison for the battery life, for example, you can choose between 51 hours and 16 hours of battery life. If you want to look for the signal to noise ratio that you're going to get to your patients, you can compare 13 dB signal to noise ratio to 10 dB signal to noise ratio. If you want to dig deep into what a single dB signal to noise ratio, that means up to 7% better speech understanding. That's a 1 dB signal to noise ratio. So all the competitors have good hearing devices, but make sure to be proud that you're giving your patient the best choice in the industry. And I'm talking about, I'm telling you that. And my personal family are wearing Genesis now and Edge AI. My teachers actually, yesterday I fitted my teacher in my preschool. He is having hearing loss and he's fitted with Edge AI. So it's a technology that you can give to your patients, to your family, with a very, very big confidence that you're giving them the best choice ever.
Great. I would personally take a screenshot of this. It's good conversational starters, especially if you are hell-bent on selling Starkey hearing aids. I would get a screenshot just to be able to have that great comparison and to be able to just have great conversations when it comes to sort of comparing the technologies in different brands of hearing aids. So as it is, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Starkey Age AI, you are absolutely dealing with a premium hearing aid. So premium in every aspect, premium in battery life, premium in comfort, premium in speech, in noise discrimination, premium just about everything that any person who has a hearing loss can be able to come for at your facility. And this is coming from a very practical point of view. I have my hearing aids. I use them for streaming. Moyed has his hearing aids. He uses them for tinnitus masking. And Dr. Joe has his hearing aids. He also uses them for hearing. So should you have any concerns, we are proud of who we are. We wear our brand, of course, proudly. And of course, should you have any concerns about what Starkey is and what Starkey stands for, we are always happy to be able to respond to your queries. So should you need any practical and more personalized training, please feel free to scan this code, or you can email us through these numbers to be able to see how well we can be able to reach to you. Starkey Africa currently works with myself as the head of education and training, and we have a lady called Halima. Halima, are you there?
Yeah,
Hi,
bring
Halima,
Halima
are you
on.
there? She's working in the background, just being able to respond
There
to some
she
of the
is.
questions.
Hey, Halima.
Oh, there
Everyone.
you are. Hi, Halima.
How are you, everyone? Thank you so much for joining us. We love the conversation, and I hope all of us are learning something from the webinar. And we are always available in case you need further training. We'll be here to serve you.
That's really
I love
important.
it.
That's really important because training is what makes us stronger as professionals. It's in any aspect, whether it's cooking or what baking a cake, whatever it is, training is really important. And in fitting hearing aids, it's really, really important to understand that the technology does its work, but you have to do the preliminary work, whether all the diagnostic work, and then choosing the right vent, which is a lot of people don't know how to choose the right vent, choosing the right power, choosing the right style of hearing aid for your patient, and recommending the right technology for your patient, not based on what they can buy, based on what they need. And that is really important. And then, of course, you can work around, with technology as far as they can't pay what you're recommending, then that's when you make some flexible choices. But recommendation is really important. We are not selling hearing aids. We are helping people hear better through our recommendations. So I never ever recommend basic hearing aids to anybody, because I am an audiologist and I will recommend what they need based on their hearing loss and based on their lifestyle and based on, their discrimination scores and noise. So that is something that is really important. And I want to invite everybody who's connected here to contact Dennis and Halima should you need some training. We are the training team, and we're here for you to make you the strongest hearing aid fitter in the world, right? And there are so many things, so many aspects. Like one of the things that I talked to Moayed about that they're doing is they're fitting patients with profound hearing losses with RICs, with power RICs. You want to talk about that a little bit, Moayed? Because I think that's fantastic.
Actually,
So
yeah,
cool.
that's a campaign that we're running in sorry, that's my son.
Oh,
Okay.
we can't hear him, but that's so cool.
Okay, great. Well,
Yeah.
he's my boss right now, Yeah, you think you get a kid and you raise him, and it turns out he raises me right now. Yeah. So the cool campaign that we're running actually in the Middle East and North Africa and Turkey, actually, we have patients from different countries to make sure that we're covering a huge geographic area. We got patients from Morocco, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, UAE, Jordan, and Kuwait, and Qatar. So we got patients from there. We really studied these candidates. We got patients from 6 years old to now the oldest is around 45 years old, from mild to profound hearing loss. And I'm telling you, profound hearing loss, guys.
I've
And
seen the audiograms. I mean,
exactly, it's crazy,
I
and
was like
we can
looking
share
at
them
those
with
like,
you later with the guys. So the idea behind this a campaign is we're showing the people that our technology with the RIC devices can help the patient to understand speech and hear very clearly versus a BTE, actually. So the idea behind that, if you think about it, having the receiver very close to the tympanic membrane, not far from the tympanic membrane. The with the BTE, it crosses to a small tube, then the ear hook, then damper, then the sound tube. Then if it's a humid or hot place, it shrinks, and then you get to the ear mold itself, and then you got the cavity between the ear mold and the tympanic membrane, versus having the receiver cavity tympanic membrane. So we get with that a very, very huge difference in the perception of the sound. It turns out you don't need to fit the patients with profound hearing loss with ultra power receivers. We're fitting patients actually with severe to profound with 70 dB receivers, not 80 dB receivers. We have the ability, and we had some patients that we fitted them with 80 dB receivers. but that's the profound hearing loss, not severe to profound hearing loss. And it's running great. And the thing is, we are surprised from the responses from the patient, especially on the high frequencies. So we're running the campaign, not only that, like fitting them and letting them go. So we have a questionnaire before and after. We do aided test before and after. We do real ear measurements with the old devices and with the new devices. So we're meeting the target, and some patients, we exceeded the targets for the high frequencies, which is really crazy. Now with the new Edge AI, with the new ESTAT 2.0, and that's something that we should have highlighted. With the ESTAT 2.0 is a formula that focuses more on the speech intelligibility, way better than before. So now we have more amplification on the high frequency. We have more amplification on the soft speech, soft level sounds. So more gain, sorry. And with that, we got really great responses. So guys, we've done it in the Middle East and Africa. Why shouldn't you do it? And actually, I love our friend Manfred Stoffel. He always says that people pay more money for cosmetics. So if you go to surgery, any aesthetic surgeon, people pay money just to fix their nose, to elevate it, to make that. To make themselves look nice. So why do you give your patient a big BTE versus a RIC? That it's invisible, actually, more than the IT. If you look at my hearing aid and look at Dennis's hearing aid, mine is more discreet than him.
Yeah, true.
His hearing aid.
And yours is bigger. Yours is
I have. This is my hearing aid. It's more discreet.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what we're giving the patient. And actually, to being honest, we had the Power RIC before, but the results with the Edge is way different. So I had one of my patients. He used to have Evolve AI, and now he's using Edge AI with the Power RIC, and his results are really different, especially on the high frequencies. Like, I fitted the guy, so I know he had a really good fitting because I'm a good audiologist, but now, after we fitted him with the Edge, it was his first time ever hearing the squeak of a door squeak, without even turning on the frequency lowering. I was surprised myself. And he's the same guy who went down to the streets of Cairo. He wears his hearing aid, and I have the Datalog screenshot. 23 hours. He only charges his hearing aid when he take a bath. In the morning only. He sleeps with the hearing aids. So awesome. That tells me that he considered Edge AI as a part of his body.
And I've seen some videos of some other patients of just like some really profound. I would have fit an 80 dB BTE, but now seeing the results from a Power RIC, has been just mind blowing for me, and that's changing the industry, because like you said, people don't want huge hearing aids anymore. They want to have something that's nice. And I like the fact that you talked about the aesthetics, right? We do fix there, there's Botox and there's lip fillers and all these things, right? That people do, and they do it because they want to look good. So why wouldn't you want to put that on somebody's ear, and I think we should invite Manfred to one of these.
Yeah.
And have
we absolutely will.
We would need like at least 5 hours for all of us to have just a long conversation. People can just like log out and, sort of like Big Brother, like just having like a Big Brother thing, right? But I absolutely love the way that Starkey thinks about their patients. And not me, but Starkey invests millions and millions of dollars in all of this, right? Because this is technology that needs to be researched, needs to be developed, needs to be implemented. There is teams of hundreds and hundreds of people working on all of this in all parts of the world, right? All parts of the world, and coming together to bring a product, technology that's going to benefit your patient in ways that we've never seen before. So, and Starkey's doing that. Not any other brand. Starkey's doing it. The other brands are following us. They're like, wow,
exactly.
That's amazing. They're following us, and they'll have it. But we are way further. because we care about patients. We're a private company, and it comes from Bill Austin, who is the founder of Starkey. He cares about patients. He's 83 years old. Right now, it's 11 o'clock in Minneapolis, and he is seeing patients. You know, he's got all the money in the world. He's got his white smock on, and he is grinding hearing aids and putting them on people's ears. I would be doing something else, guys. I would be somewhere else in the world.
This is what I told him. I said, I mean, man, if I have just a quarter of your money, you're never going to see me.
I love what I do. I love what I do, but man, I would be
Man,
doing.
you know, this man is so passionate. He's a school.
All right.
I think we're out
We
of
could
time,
go
guys.
on and on, man. I know you gentlemen. We could go on and on. So I think we are coming to the tail end of our conversation today. I love that, Moyo, you've spoken about the cosmetic appeal. We are transitioning from the big and beige and bulky to this little tiny micro and little rig that can be able to move wonders as it comes to the environment of just being able to give crisp, clear, perfect amplification. And of course, just to marry that with what Dr. Joy is saying about being able to balance between what the patient wants vis-a-vis what their audiological needs are. I think that is one of our headaches as audiologists, as we do our whatever we do for the good of the patient. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much.